If you've ran Facebook ads to generate leads, you've certainly seen that there is a wide variety of lead quality that comes through. You get a few good ones, and for a few good ones, you get a ton of bad ones. What if there was a way that you could optimize for the good leads? Well, there is, and this is an advanced discussion, an advanced kind of instructional that I'm going to cover here. So please stay with me. But first, let's get everyone on the same page. On the left, what you see here is the classic method of generating leads on Facebook. There's an audience. Audience goes to an ad sends them to a landing page with some type of opt-in or information capture form, and then they go to a thank you page, which triggers the conversion event. And this counts everybody that completed this form as a conversion event. Is that how you're running Facebook ads right now for lead generation? Let me know in the comments below what you're doing right now. Is it similar to what I've got drawn out here? Audience, ad, landing page with capture information or fields, thank you event, or thank you page conversion for everyone. Is that what you're doing? Well, there's a much, much better way to do it to qualify our leads. So let's just say in this case, you are working to generate leads of home buyers, right? And, it's would you like to buy, or would you like to buy a home? And this is just rudimentary example text. And then they fill out their information, boom, lead capture, right? Well, let's chop this up a little bit. What if you ask the question on here, and this would be a different way of doing it, let's set the font color right. Are you pre-approved for a mortgage? What if you ask this question? Are you pre-approved for a mortgage, right? And then the user has to select yes or no, okay? Well, now you could ask this question on a traditional landing page style form right here, but then everybody's going to go to that thank you page, right? So it doesn't matter, whether they select yes or no. It helps in your own internal sales process, but that conversion event going back to Facebook, it makes no difference on it. Well, what would be better is if you could just trigger the conversion event for everybody that selected yes, and then send that back to Facebook. So Facebook is just optimizing for everybody that is answering your qualifying question, right? It doesn't matter whether your question is, are you pre-approved for a mortgage, or are you planning to move within, or how soon are you planning to move? I need to move within the next month. I need to move within the next 3 months. I'm just shopping, right? So you could do that. So let's just kind of go through and diagram out how this would be set up here, right? So you can ask that question, then you can capture their information. And I'm not going to make this pretty because I think we all kind of know how the process is going on a lead form, right? And then what we would do is we would have 2 separate thank you pages. So there would be a thank you yes, and then a thank you no, right? And based on whichever answer the user selected up here for a qualifying question, the event would be triggered. So in this case, we are clearly going to want to trigger a conversion event only when somebody selects yes and not no. Now, if they select no, they still come through, and whoever's on the receiving end of our lead still gets the lead. It still comes through, they still get worked. But what you're doing here is the Facebook pixel is you're giving the Facebook algorithm information to just optimize for your yeses, the people that answer the qualifying question here, right? So this can be done through what's called conditional forms, and there's multiple ways of setting up conditional forms, but these are something that you would need to work into your form and your landing page and find a solution that allows you to do conditional forms so that you can set up a thank you page based on what the user selects, the conditions in their questions. And by doing this, like I said, you are sending the data back to Facebook for just the people that answer your questions affirmatively. So I'm going to create another video showing how I've done this in WordPress forms, or not WordPress forms, but WP forms on WordPress. So do look for that if you want to see how I've got this set up technically on my WordPress site. Let me know how this goes once you implement it for yourself, and look for my Facebook group, No Bullshit Marketing.